everybody. Cousin Jim here, and I got Charlie Loust, right?
Yeah, that's right.
How do you spell that last name?
L-O-U-S-T.
Oh, Loust.
Yeah, Loust.
Loust.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if you drop the T, does that just make you a lousy kind of guy?
No.
Okay.
Still remains the same.
It remains the same. So I fished on the boat before. His dad, Mike, is the owner of the boat. Is it a family-owned boat? Are you part owner also?
Family-owned boat. I'm not part owner yet, but that's the plan for the future.
That's in the works. So
yeah.
It's a fairly new boat for you guys. So how long a boat? How long have you had it? And tell me about it.
So last season was our first time having the boat. We had it at the beginning of the boat work, and yeah, it's relatively new to us. But we've been talking to the previous owner and the people that worked on it in the past. They've kept really good care of it. You know, everything on the boat works really well. Whoever just managed it and took care of everything left the boat in good shape for us.
Okay, so you didn't have to change out engines when you bought it or anything like that?
No, nothing too serious. It's just the normal boat stuff, you know, stuff on the boat always, you know, something always ends up breaking down. So just a normal maintenance repairs.
We're passing a little piece of kelp there. You see any dodos on it?
No, I don't see any right now.
I don't see anything there either, but
not yet.
It's almost time.
It's almost time.
Another month or so. So how big is this boat?
This boat is 58 feet, I believe.
Okay.
58 or 60 feet. It's right at 60 right there.
And she's pretty wide.
She is. She's nice. I'm not too certain specifically on the width of it, but yeah, I do know that the length of it is 60 feet.
Okay. And so has your family owned any other commercial boats before this boat?
No, this is the first one.
And so just one day your dad walked down on the dock in San Diego and goes, I want to buy a boat? How did that come about? Do you have any idea?
Well, he's been doing this for, you know, a massive majority of his life, and it's always been a dream of his to have his own personal boat and be a captain of it. And I guess the opportunity was bestowed upon him. He ran a 72-foot Viking for a little bit for a while, but it didn't go out fishing too much, and he always needs to be on the water out fishing. And this opportunity came up, and based off his reputation, it was, you know, he had a high standard, and it was thankfully the people that owned it at the time
made it happen.
Yeah.
So have you fished in this fleet a lot on other boats, or?
Yeah, kind of grew up fishing. So when my dad started working on the boats, he originated in Dana Point, and him and I grown up pretty much. I didn't really have a babysitter during the season when I was off of school, so when he was out here working on the boat, I would be out here joining him if it was up in Dana Point or down here in San Diego.
Okay, so you've done this a lot.
Yeah, I've done it pretty much my whole life for the most part.
Yeah, I fished earlier in the year with you guys, and there was no reason not to hand my rod off to Charlie because I knew that fish was coming to the boat.
Yeah.
So that was pretty nice. So are you married?
No, I'm not.
Okay,
no.
So for all you single girls out there, come fishing on the Pacific Dawn. Maybe smile at Charlie, maybe something will happen. I'm just trying to embarrass him now. So, what do you think?
Looks good. Sounds good to me.
Sounds good, huh?
Sounds good.
How about you, Brad? Are you married?
No.
All right. Oh, so we got a boatload of single guys here, ladies. So there's not as many ladies fishing out here as we would like to see.
Yeah.
But the thing that I've noticed is the older guys are not new to fishing. You know, you don't have a 50-year-old newbie coming out here.
No, it's very rare to have that. But like you said, you haven't seen it.
You grow up fishing, or you know, so that's myself. My mom and dad said they set me at the end of a dock when I was 2 to 3 years old with a fishing pole in my hand, and I would sit there all day long catching bluegills on a bare hook. You know, so. But how was your childhood fishing? Was it all commercial boats?
No, my dad had a small sailboat when I was growing up. I believe maybe I was around 7 or 8 years old. That's kind of how it all originated. Being out in the water for the most part on that, fishing out in the water. That was my first time experiencing being on a boat fishing with him. We would take it out at Dana Point Landing, you know, go by the kelp beds, you know, bass fishing, maybe some halibut as well. But that's kind of how it all originated for me. That's where I kind of got hooked on it. Growing up previous to that, we would do some freshwater, a little pond fishing here and there, but that's kind of how it all started.
That's cool. So on your days off, what do you do? What do you do for fun?
Honestly, anything kind of around the water. I just like being around the beach, the days off. Hey, I used to surf a good amount. I haven't been out in the water in a while, I'm not gonna lie, but I'd like to get touched back into that. I have been picking up golf. I've been golfing a good amount. I used to play a lot of baseball in my life, so it was nice to pick up something kind of on that standard of being outdoors by the grass and everything. But I'll probably answer that question is be golf and just being around the water.
Just being an outdoorsman.
Yeah, I just like being outside.
So what position did you play?
I was a catcher.
You were a catcher?
Yeah, I was a catcher.
You're a pretty stout guy. I wouldn't want to run into you there.
I've had a couple people try.
Yeah, it
But
could happen.
I won't lie, I've been put down a couple times, but I'm gonna hold my own.
I bet. So, do you mind showing me about your equipment up here?
No, not at all.
All right, what do we get going up here?
So right here we got the transducer at the moment. The sonar is this screen, this monitor, but we have it turned off right now. We'll be firing it up here within the next couple miles. But this reads directly underneath the boat. The transducer on this one's located off the bow. So if we see any fish coming underneath, that's where we're first hitting them. Right here we have temperature gauge. Right here this is GPS. Pretty much anywhere it's located, it's designated to the point. So wherever we're pointed towards the point, it gives us an accurate read on how long it'll take us to get there, how far away we are.
Okay.
Right here we have our gauges for our main engines, throttles. This is our autopilot, and also our compass too. It just tells us our course. But we have old school compass right here. That's the best thing right there. And then we have our radar, and we have another source of GPS. This is our monitor for charting and everything. We have it set to a fishing chart right now, but that'll also give us ETA destinations, how far we need to go. And also we like to have this backup computer right here. It gives a more accurate read.
Here, okay.
Yeah, it gives a more accurate read on, you know, GPS and travel and the bottom of the ocean. And we're also to get water temperatures as well off of that one.
So it's amazing how much the electronics have changed in the last 15 years or so.
Oh yeah.
Because it seems like it's about 15 years ago we were still using the Loust system.
Mm.
You know, that would get you within a couple of 100 yards of a spot.
Yeah.
And now
It works good though.
When I'm lobstering in Florida, I have coral heads that are the size of this little ice chest down here that hold lobster. So you can go right to that, dive in 10, 15 feet of water, pull a few lobsters out from underneath it.
Yep.
That makes it always fun. But it's great to be out on the boat again with you, Charlie.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure.
We're gonna catch a pile of fish.
That's the plan.
Thanks for the captain's interview.
Yeah, no worries.
I will post it when I don't have some fishing videos, so it might not pop for a week or a month. You just never know, but it's gonna happen.
Sounds good. We're always open to, our schedule is open. If you want to come out fishing, come out in the Pacific Dawn.
Absolutely. That's what this video is about. Come fish the Pacific Dawn.